In this lecture, I will explain you designing of FIR filters using Windows. This is a technique to design the FIR filters. Given desired frequency response of filter, say HD of e power j omega, we can express this one as summation from n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, hd of n e power minus j omega n. This is the frequency response of a filter. This desired frequency response is periodic with a period 2 pi, and this frequency response is defined in the interval minus pi to plus pi, where this hd of n are the filter coefficients. We can get the filter coefficients from the desired frequency response by using inverse discrete time Fourier transform. Here in this one, the time index n is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So this filter is an IIR filter, that is infinite impulse response filter. If we consider the frequency response of a filter, for example, this is the frequency response of low pass filter, and it is defined from minus omega c to plus omega c, where omega c is the cutoff frequency, and you can see that the frequency response is given in the interval minus pi to plus pi. If for this one, if we apply the inverse discrete time Fourier transform and if we get the Fourier coefficients, then this is an sample plot of the filter coefficients. And if from this plot we can observe that the filter coefficients are extending from origin to plus infinity and origin to minus infinity. So this is an IIR filter coefficients. In the last lecture, we have seen designing of FIR filters using Fourier series method, where this particular frequency filter coefficients extending from minus infinity to plus infinity are abruptly truncated between the interval minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. That is, from this infinite samples of the filter coefficients, we have taken only samples from minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. This abrupt truncation of the infinite filter coefficients will have some disadvantages. The first one is, if you are abruptly truncating the infinite extending filter coefficients to a finite number of samples, then this will result in Gibbs phenomenon in the frequency response of the filter. If the filter is designed by abruptly truncating the filter coefficients, then this is the desired frequency response, whereas because of abruptly truncating, there are ripples in the pass band as well as in the stop band. To reduce the ripples in the frequency response of the filter, instead of abruptly truncating the filter coefficients, what we have to do is we will use a finite duration sequence called W of n, called window, is multiplied with the desired filter coefficients. Then we are going to get h of n, that is h of n is equal to hd of n. This particular infinitely extending filter coefficients are multiplied by a finite duration sequence called W of n. Window sequence W of n. Window sequence W of n is defined as W of n is equal to W of minus n. and this is not equal to 0 in the interval capital N minus 1 by 2, from minus capital N minus 1 by 2 to plus capital N minus 1 by 2. This W of n is equal to W of minus n implies that the window sequence is symmetrical about origin, and this window sequence is of finite duration, that is it exists only in the interval of the limits minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2, that is it is a finite duration sequence. Beyond this interval it is 0. Now we will use this finite duration sequence window W of n, and it is multiplied with the IIR filter coefficients. This is HD of n is IIR filter coefficients extending from minus infinity to plus infinity. When you multiply a infinite duration sequence with a finite duration sequence, it will result in a finite duration sequence H of n. This is FIR filter coefficients. H of n, this FIR filter, after multiplying with the window sequence, it is defined in the interval minus capital N minus 1 by 2 to plus capital N minus 1 by 2. It is exists only in this finite duration. Beyond this duration, this H of n is equal to this HD of n into W of n is 0. Consider the desired filter coefficients HD of n, and they are extending from minus infinity to plus infinity. If you take the Fourier transform of this infinite duration sequence, it is the frequency response, and from this frequency response it can be understood that this is of low pass filter extending from minus omega c to plus omega c. This is HD of n, this is HD of e power j omega. Now this one is a window sequence W of n. It is defined as 1 from minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus capital N minus 1 by 2, and it is 0 beyond this interval. And if you compute the discrete time Fourier transform of this W of n, it will be looking like W of e power j omega. Next, HD of n is of infinite duration, whereas this W of n sequence is of finite duration. If you take the multiplication of these two, HD of n into W of n, the resultant is a finite duration sequence, that is HD of n into W of n is extending from minus capital N minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. Beyond this interval it is 0. Now for this finite duration sequence, if you take the Fourier transform, you can see that it is looks like having passband ripples and stopband ripples. These ripples because the W of n is defined as a 1 from in the range minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. Now this finite duration sequence HD of n cannot be practically realized. So you need to shift this sequence by n capital N minus 1 by 2 samples. That is, if we define G of n is equal to HD of n into W of n, it will be extending from minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. This is a practically not realizable filter. So in order to have a practical realizable filter, you need to push these filter coefficients. That is, we will take the Z transform of this one and multiply it with Z power minus n minus 1 by 2. Thereby you are going to get a practically realizable filter starting from 0 to capital N minus 1. This is the FIR filter window, that is W of n, and W of n is equal to 1 in the interval mod n less than or equal to n minus 1 by 2 equal to 0. For this finite duration sequence W of n, the frequency response, that is discrete time Fourier transform, is shown here. From this frequency response, we can observe that this frequency response consists of two important points. They are, one is central lobe, this one is the central lobe, and the other one is side lobes. These are the side lobes. So for a window sequence, if we see the frequency response, then the most of the energy should concentrate in the central lobe, whereas the energy in side lobes should be very small. So this particular point stresses that the window chosen for truncating the IIR filter should have some desirable characteristics. Now, desirable characteristics of window sequence W of n. There are three different points for a desirable characteristics of window. The first one is central lobe of the frequency response of window should contain most of the energy. That is, the energy should concentrate in the central lobe. The second point is the highest side lobe level, this one. The highest side lobe level of the frequency response should be small. The third point is the side lobes of the frequency response should decrease in energy rapidly as omega tends to pi. That is, these are the side lobes. Their energy should slowly diminish to 0 as omega tends to minus pi or as omega tends to plus pi.